The heat of the desert is where the Sun Devils thrive. Welcome to Tempe, Arizona, Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils and the rich legacy formed by the likes of Frank Bush, Jake the Snake, and Pat Tillman. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the #1 team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going for a big play right off the bat. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Arizona State! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And he puts through the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's caught inside the 30. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Snap in the shotgun. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, and And that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Mississippi State going up tempo. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Quarterback checking off. Back to pass. It's Coop. Flushed out of the pocket. He finds his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's going for it all. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Oh, and he missed it. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit. Just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He'll fire to his right. And the pass is intercepted.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Calls his own number. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. Power football with the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Dropping back, it's Koo. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
One thing this team has shown earlier this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. You'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Picked off. Looking for more room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys they can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This is a designed run. Got the first down and still on his feet. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
All the way down to the 15-yard. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arizona State! These guys wanted to make a statement. The statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And they did tack on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
From the gun. Give on the inside. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Finds a man in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He'll take a shot. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the defense there did an awesome job forcing the lefty run to the left. And as a result, they got him off schedule. They got him out of his rhythm. Just wasn't on the same page with his intended target. The defense comes away with a massive turnover.
Catch in the middle, it's Lions.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Brown has it. Makes a man miss. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Now on first down from the 43. Using his feet. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? And the Sun Devils are in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Koo. Going deep. Makes the grab. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Sun Devils. shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver.
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Back to the air one more time. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And the extra point splits the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. Can anyone catch him? Keeps it himself and gets the first. Rams him with the stiff arm. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Got his man on the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he tacked on the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they're going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And an empty backfield here on second and short. He's looking to throw. Got it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll start the return inside his 5. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. He spins that thing down the middle. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Off play action. Feeling some heat. And that defense gets to him and down. Welcome to historic Nippert Stadium, home of the Cincinnati Bearcats. And they've been playing football here since 1902, and the fans are ready to see their team take the field. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Looking for a productive play on first down.
29 Philly, 2-9
The give to the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete to the right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
The quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He leaves it with his back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, running back gets to give. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The ball pops out. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back.
Man, it was a good run, right? You had the 1st down. You knew you had the 1st down. Now just take care of that football. You see a lot of times those second efforts, fighting for extra yards, and that's when running backs seem to cough it up.
Offense getting set for 1st down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside kick. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy, woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback keeps it. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this all...
Going to take a shot at this DB. Pulls it in inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that. Nice job.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer, take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. He wants to throw. Now adjusting. Unleashes one. Complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. From the 30-yard line on first down. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. Makes a connection. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. And the Bearcats will hustle to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll set up to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down. 17. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bearcats!
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it, you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
You lucky I fumbled, nigga. You lucky I fumbled, nigga. You lucky, nigga.
Very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll leave it with him. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Touch pass on the run. Shakes off the defender. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. Only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Alabama pushing the tempo. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Swings it out to his running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
He's going to pass. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown tie. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Flying out to the left. The 30. 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Alabama quickly back to the line.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Pulls and fires complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Flips it out to the back. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. A shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He wisely lets that one bounce. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love him.
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes that Alabama offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Alabama pushing the tempo. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got it. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bama!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to come to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Gets it out quickly. Shakes off the tackle. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays. He's looking for a man on 2nd down.
And Really goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Third and short now from their own 48. Wide out in motion. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Going up top on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're looking to pass from the red zone. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And this one splits the upright.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bearcats will kick it away to crank up the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's running free down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight, Pete.
And he loses the football. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
They'll throw it on first down. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Alabama quickly back to the line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On second down, looking to throw. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires left. Makes the catch past the sticks. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to run this quarterback. Oh, the ball squirts out.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
They'll go with the 5 wide outset on 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. Fires on the move. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but.
Underneath toast to coverage. Got it deep downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. On the move. Touchdown tie! And the punishment has been extended. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. He'll ride his man on the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Running back goes in motion. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Ball Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to throw on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And that pass picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Discards a man. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's got it. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
They're going to ride this running back. Keeps the legs moving. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
He hurls one deep down the left side.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
They'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Here comes that Alabama offense. Steps away. He'll throw it. He's got his man, makes the grab.
Awesome body control and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down and bounce. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Acorn. Squirrel, squirrel. Hornet, hornet.
He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Westbrook. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. And I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
And he runs a quick out route. This is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. Tempo and overdrive. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes a grab enough for the first. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Looking to move it through the air. Flips it out in the flat. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. On the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd and goal, where the strong come through.
Hawk, hawk. Squirrel.
From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The snap sets up to throw. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner will be dragged down.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He wants to throw. Looking to scramble. Lets it fly. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Direct snap. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Garcia. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. The Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got it! And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do, counting for 6.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down here for the offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. Snags it on the right. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Alabama! And the beatdown